Hey vinyl community, what's up? It's Robert Fifth, and today I want to talk to you about a brand new record store called Riverbend Records in Godfrey, Illinois, near St. Louis. Also, my first ever Japanese pressing. Yes, all of these years of collecting all of these albums, and I don't have any Japanese pressings on CDs, but not on vinyl until I visited Riverbend Records. I got a couple of other things I'll show too. First, let's check out the brand new store. So this is Riverbend Records, right next to Mr. Donut in Godfrey, Illinois, which is right across the river from St. Louis. Godfrey, Illinois, nowhere near Chicago, by the way. When you walk in, the first thing you notice is just how bright, and of course everything's new and shiny. It's a brand new record store, but the setup in here is great. I love this setup here with like the couch and the chairs and everything. If you do a lot of traveling like I do, or you bring friends with you, maybe some of those friends aren't so much into record collecting and they have to hang out in the car or walk or wander around the store. Here they can just kind of hang out, lounge around. Anybody got a high-low on how long those bright yellow chairs are going to stay bright yellow? They look great. Please wear clean clothing if you're going to sit on those bright yellow chairs, for Godfrey's sake. As far as selection, what they have here is a lot of, I think, what most people, the general, are looking for. A lot of the heavy metal stuff a lot of people are looking for, a lot of the rock, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, the Bob Dylan, a lot of that kind of stuff in abundance. Pink Floyd, of course, the Black Sabbath, the big staples, Led Zeppelin. So I think that's kind of the specialty. So if you're looking for something from those artists, let's check out the Kiss here. If you're looking for something from one of those major artists like that everybody loves on vinyl, Queen, David Bowie, they've pretty much seemed to have like at least one copy of just about everything in the discography. And you might think, well, yeah, everybody does. But if you go to certain record stores, and there's some huge record stores in this area, and you go to look up like Grateful Dead or something, it's empty. So that's not the case here. It's great that they have the stuff that people actually want. Here's this wall of wow. This is where it gets serious when they say please ask for assistance. But you can check out some of the stuff they have on there. That Funkadelic album that they sold recently. That's like my favorite era of Funkadelic, when they start getting into more of the illustrated album covers. Here's the new arrivals. How does a new record store have a new arrival section? Aren't they all new arrivals? Well, things really move fast in this store. Things are going in and out. Like I said, the Funkadelic on the wow of wall, they're already sold. Now, something that's really impressive here at Riverbend Records is this cassette. If you collect cassettes, you're going to be blown away by this, because I think a lot of people who collect cassettes are looking for like hard rock, heavy metal, and they're finding Simon and Garfunkel in stores. Look at this selection of this metal and rock in these cassettes. This is unbelievable. And multiple copies of everything that I think cassette collectors really want. It's pretty overwhelming. It's one of the most impressive things about this store, actually. If you're a cassette collector, you definitely need to check this out. I think they're going to have online sales coming soon, too, if you can't make it to Godfrey, Illinois. This is in Illinois. This is not wrapped up marijuana. This is sage. They sell sage in the store. It'd be cooler if it was marijuana. But here's the $3 bin. It's grassroots, Tommy Rowe. We got some country from the '80s in here, Alabama, and Eddie Rabbitt, Johnny Lee, Kenny Rogers. Let's see, got some Monkees. The Monkees are in here, so it's pretty good selection here, and a lot of this stuff in the $3 looks really good condition too. Have not seen any Andy Williams or Al Martino yet, so that's good. But yeah, be sure to get down here. Oh, there you go. Frampton Comes Alive for $3, please. I mean, that's a classic. So this is the great thing about coming into, you dig in these little bargain bins. And I know some of these record store owners have got to be putting these great albums in here and hiding them in here, because I've found stuff in places where it's just like, how in the world did this get in the dollar bin? So always check out the budget. Japanese pressings, yeah, and I got my very first one. I've been collecting records, I don't know, for decades, and this is it. I know. The Beatles, collection of oldies, but goldies. This is a UK compilation here. This was the first time Bad Boy, the song, was introduced to the good people in the United Kingdom. And, probably not the crown jewel of Japanese pressings, but I wanted to get, first of all, this was very reasonably priced. Second of all, I wanted to get like the Beatles or someone like that, somebody I was super familiar with, so I'd be able to tell if there were sound differences. And also I wanted to make a video, and it's the rule, you have to show at least one Beatles album to make a vinyl community video, so I didn't want to be like breaking rules. But yeah, this is a collection of Beatles oldies but goldies. I always kind of wondered about this. It just seems like such a kind of a thrown together compilation. I guess the Beatles really did not have anything to do with it. This is a Toshiba 1976 pressing of this, by the way, and yeah, it doesn't have very good artwork, or the back at least is kind of like just a random photo. It does look like it's in Japan though, so I believe this photo was taken in Japan. So great to have a Japanese pressing of this, of course, with the obi strip. For whatever reason, this little slip of paper here. The people that collect Japanese pressings, this is super important. This little piece of paper. If you don't have this little piece of paper on your Japanese record, just throw it away. It is no good. You got to have this little strip, or you ain't shit. Anyway, how do you say shit in Japanese? But yeah, probably not the crown jewel, but again, very reasonably priced. And I wanted to get one that was kind of like, the Beatles or somebody that I knew quite well, so I'd be able to tell the sound quality differences. And the sound of this in particular is very, very in your face. It's very forward sounding. Which is great on some songs. Some songs sound very bright and magnificent on this. And then there's the more acoustic songs like Michelle, which that guitar it sounds like you're sitting right next to Paul McCartney as he you can hear every like string pluck and every, it just sounds like it's right there, which is kind of overwhelming at times for a song like Michelle or Yesterday, which is right after Michelle on here. These songs are in a crazy order. It starts off with She Loves You, which, if you know the Beatles' sonic history, it's sonically one of their, least good recorded songs. I believe this is rechanneled stereo on this one for She Loves You, but the rest of these sound pretty good. Again, the running order of this is all over the place. Eleanor Rigby goes into I Want to Hold Your Hand, and then that ends the album. So, but again, the pressing of this sounds fantastic. It's just very, very forward and very right there. Sounding. I don't know if it's that way with other Japanese pressings or not. I sure would like to know though. And if you have any Japanese pressings suggestions that you think I should get, because I never wanted to go down this rabbit hole because it gets really expensive. But if you have any that are like easy to find, not like some super rare expensive pressing, but maybe a Japanese pressing that just blows you away, that is relatively common or easy to get, let me know what that is, and I'll try to hear that. The other couple of things I got while I was at Riverbend Records was Frank Zappa and the Mothers, Fillmore East, June 1971. I had heard this before, but I never owned the album before. So it was great to find this. This was in the new arrival section at Riverbend. And wow, this artwork, that must have taken minutes to come up with that. But yeah, this is I believe this is a second pressing, but again, very reasonably priced. And don't forget to register to vote. How ironic I bought that at this time. But yeah, Reprise second pressing of this has the inner sleeve. And has the two guys from the Turtles on here. They actually do Happy Together on here. 3 years after it was a #1 hit. And I gotta tell you, I've never heard a 60s #1 hit introduced by its own artist sound quite like this. This is outrageous at times. And can't believe that Flo and Eddie from the Turtles just kind of put it all out there, yeah, the Mothers, Fillmore East, June 1971. Interesting thing about this, too, for some reason the artwork for this is the inner sleeve of John Lennon and Yoko Ono sometime in New York City. Or it's part of the artwork or something. It's in the CD booklet. It's I believe on the album it's the inner sleeve, but you get random Frank Zappa artwork with your John Lennon. But yeah, pick that one up. And then, of course, Riverbend's has their $1 to $3 bin, and that's where I found Farewell to the Golden Era from the Mamas and the Papas. So the first Golden Era. It's I think this is their first compilation. Came out in like '67, so it's basically the first 3 albums, and it was $3, and it's in awesome condition, and it has California Dreamin' on it. So that's my trip to the new record store, Riverbend Records in Godfrey, Illinois, and my very first Japanese pressing, the Beatles. A collection of oldies but goldies. Again, if you've got a Japanese pressing suggestion that's just going to blow me away, I would love to hear what that is, especially if it's something, like I said, reasonably priced, commonplace, not you got to go to Fuji to get it or something like that. So, again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't done that. I've surpassed 3,000 subscribers. That is awesome. Thank you so much if you've already subscribed and you've been watching videos the whole time. I truly appreciate that. And again, love seeing all the vinyl community videos that are being put out. I don't have time to comment on all of them, but I do watch a lot of them. So keep those coming. I will keep making videos as well, and I'll talk to you soon.